What I'd like for you guys to do, if you don't mind, is just unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the entire community. We're still waiting on a few people to get in here, but we have Dila and we have Xavier. Do one of y'all mind starting off? Unmute yourself, introduce yourself, who you are, what your goals are, what you're looking to gain from being a part of the entrepreneur community.
Xavier, did you want to go first?
No, you got it. You're unmuted.
Okay, that's fine. Hey guys, my name is Dila Slack. I am with Matt and Alex. They've been pushing me and motivating me to get involved. I'm just here to gain more knowledge and seeing what more I can offer to my clients and really just growing. At the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. So I'm very teachable. Teach me anything at this point. I'm all ears here, and I'm willing to do the work and grow with everybody. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'm looking to see how much more I can add to y'all. So reach out and let's connect. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's one specific goal you have through the rest of the year, Dila?
Well, I've actually already met my whole goal for the year. So anything on top is going to be cherry on top. So for me, for the last quarters, I think is going to be more preparing myself, not just financially, but with wisdom to advise my clients coming into the first quarter of 2024. So I'm not really working towards 2023 last quarter goal. I'm actually looking forward to the first quarter of 2024. That's my goal now. So I've been blessed this year. I've already sold my goal for the year. So I'm blessed. And like I said, I just want to be a blessing to others, help others, and just grow and see what I can gain from this investment, because I see everybody doing it. I hear everybody doing it, but I don't know how to do it. So if I can learn how to do it and give another way out for many of my sellers or people that I know, then that's the goal.
Beautiful. Well, you're in the right place. All right, Xavier, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hello. Are my headphones working all right?
We can hear you. Great.
Perfect. Hello everyone. I'm Xavier. I just recently graduated high school back in last May. I have been working pretty closely with Matt for about a year now. He's been mentoring me and kind of putting me under his wing, kind of showing me the operations of how real estate works and how to build quality relationships with people and kind of try to add value to anyone that I can. He really pushed me towards kind of taking my next step into joining the community so I can network and interact with people and learn as much as possible and absorb as much value and just be a student of the game. So I'm really looking to just connect with people, hear what people have to say, and learn as much as I can. Right now, I'm working towards getting my real estate license to see so it opens more doors for me. So right now, I'm just looking to network and just learn as much as possible.
What's an investment goal you have? Like you're what, 18 years old?
Correct.
By 21, what's a goal you have?
I would like to have some investment properties. I like to think of like the goals more short term right now to execute them easier. I've been talking with Matt a lot about how I plan on going to college for this spring, but I really want to get my first rental property coming into the new fall semester to be able to rent out to students and have my first property on my hands.
All right, Matt didn't convince you not to go to college?
He's tried. He's tried.
Well, good. Thank you for introducing yourself.
Yes,
so, everybody, I let everybody know via Facebook, also via we sent out an email last week. We're changing up these Tuesday community calls. We want to add more structure to them. So I let everybody know that what we'll be doing on these Tuesday calls, which is kind of what we have been doing to an extent, but hopefully it becomes much more structured and and focused on this is on these Tuesday calls. What we hope to do is be able to call opportunities live on the call, on this call with you guys. So whether that is wholesale deals, wholesaler sent you a deal and you want to call the wholesaler to learn more about the opportunity, start negotiating it, whether it is a realtor who's got a listing that is an investor special and we want to find out some more information, whether it's a commercial broker, an off-market seller, a developer, whatever it might be. On these Tuesday calls, what we're going to try and do is attack opportunities live with you guys. Purpose of this is that way everybody can hear how these negotiations and these phone calls work. That way, hopefully, you can learn something from there. We can do them with you. And you'll gain a lot from being able to see how to work these opportunities, what to ask, how to take them in certain directions, and how to start negotiating and working them. But also at the same time, we're working live opportunities that hopefully turn into something where deals get done, whether it's a wholesale deal for you, something that you end up buying, something that you want to partner with community members on. We're hopefully going to be, turning these into actual deals live. Then every Thursday, we have the pitch. So the pitch is where you submit your deals to pitch to the community. This is not a deal that you have to have under contract. We've sent out emails and posted about it in the Facebook group in regards to like a structure to follow and where to submit your deal. I'll also put it here in the chat. But the pitch is where, we'll have community members come in and submit deals to be pitched to the community. And then we'll give you the floor to pitch your deal to the community. So whether that is like a couple of weeks ago, David had one where he actually was pitching it. He got under contract and he's looking to wholesale it. So you could be looking to do that, find an end buyer for your deal. Maybe it's a deal that you want to get under contract and partner with community members on. Maybe you have it under contract and you're looking for someone to come in with the capital. Matt and I would love to invest in these deals with you, depending on what you need. Other community members would love to invest in these deals with you. And so the purpose of the pitch is to actually get these deals done, to pitch them to the community, get some feedback, practice pitching to other investors. And in these calls, I hope that we are getting more deals done together as well. So does anybody have any questions on either of that so far? The Tuesday calls are weekly at 4 p.m. We're going to be calling opportunities live here with you. The Thursday calls, 4 p.m. on Tuesday. The Thursday calls are going to be weekly now, starting this week, starting at 12 p.m. And this is where the pitch will be, where you come and you pitch deals to the community. Any questions at all? Anybody have some deals that we're going to call today? Raise your hand if you have some deals. We know Isabel's got one. Timberly's got one. April's got one. Matt's got two. Brian's got some. All right, cool. Does anybody have any questions or anything at all? There's, like we've mentioned many times, there are no stupid questions.
Alex, it's Rick.
Hey, Rick.
So the pitch meeting will be at 12, not at 11?
Correct. 12 p.m. Weekly Central Standard Time, live on Zoom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you don't have the link to this, or maybe you're not, getting these emails, if you don't mind, would you please send an email to info@TRE-Homes. I'll put it here in the chat because I want to make sure that you guys are staying up to date with everything that we have going on. You have the community calendar in your calendar so that you always have the link and you're never missing out on it. I'm working on having SMS messages go out to you guys for reminders with the calls and everything as well. But if you are missing out on these emails or you don't have the calendar, please send an email to info@TREHomes.com.
Hey, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a quick question, and I may have missed it because I joined a couple minutes late. Did y'all talk about the Dallas event, December 1st and 2nd?
We haven't. You want to talk about it?
I just have some questions. I want to understand. It's obviously longer than the March event, so I was curious what the goal was and
Yeah.
what to do to get in it.
It's going to be very similar to the March event. Same curriculum. Would love y'all's feedback here right now, but the March event, the Entrepreneur Real Estate Workshop, we were not able to cover, all the material in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
And that was our first time putting it on. So the second one that we're putting on is going to be in Dallas. We received a lot of feedback that people wanted an event in Dallas. So whether or not they show up or not is yet to be seen. But it'll be same structure as the Entrepreneur Real Estate Workshop in April, except it'll be spread up over a two-day period, a Friday and a Saturday. It'll be at a hotel this time. So it'll be at a different event center that hopefully is more accommodating to the entire event. There will be other networking opportunities Friday and Saturday outside of just the VIP lunch like we had in April. So we learned a lot from the April one. This one coming up in December 1st and 2nd, Friday and Saturday in Dallas, is going to be same curriculum, except we won't be rushed to go through all of the information this time. We'll have 2 full days to go through it. We'll be able to work more with people there, do things live, just like we do in the community. We can make calls, analyze deals, get things under contract live, and we'll have, double the amount of time, double the amount of networking opportunities. And also, hopefully there is about 3 times as many people there this time as well.
Okay. And do you already have like hotel details, stuff like that? So if we want to book it, or we can get on it?
Not yet, but Monday next week we'll have it for you. I wanted to go ahead and get the marketing out there and let people know about it. But this weekend we're actually driving to Dallas, and we're going to visit 3 of the hotels that we're considering having the event at. We're going to lock it in with one of those. And then starting next week, we'll have the location finalized. But it'll be somewhere near the downtown Dallas area. As soon as I know, I promise I'll let you know, Robert, and everybody else.
Yeah, I'm going. I just need to know where I'm going.
All right, I'll tell you. What do you think that that'll be better this time, having more time to be able to teach the material, work with people, more networking opportunities? What's your feedback from the last one?
No, 100%. No, I mean, the last event was great, but I definitely felt like had we had an evening event or an opportunity to connect with the smaller groups over dinner that we made connections with in the room, I think it would have led to just stronger relationships coming out of the meeting. And I definitely felt like there were times where we were kind of jumping because you're trying to keep it in the time box. So being able to go deeper, ask more questions, have interaction, I think it'll be great to have 2 full days on the content. I mean, similar events are sometimes 3 or 4. So I think 2's plenty of time to get it done, but gives you the opportunity to connect with people a little bit better within the event.
Good. I agree. I mean, honestly, all that material and everything we could talk about on there could take many days. So we're going to see how 2 works. But I have a feeling it's going to be much, much better than last time. So as soon as I have the location locked in, hopefully we do that this weekend. We'll let everybody know. But I wanted to go ahead and get it out there and start promoting the fact that we are going to have it at the beginning of December.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Any questions in regards to deals or real estate in general, investing, wholesaling, formula, before we dive into calling some of these opportunities? There's no stupid questions.
I've got one that's kind of a weird one that's just completely out with my skill set to comp, and I don't really know what to do with it. if you guys have time to talk through that.
Sure, go ahead.
So I sent a bunch of direct mailers. She called in, responded to the mail. It's a 7-bedroom, 2-bathroom house up in Leander. It's on half an acre. And she's looking to offload that, but also offload her mother's house as well, which is next door on an acre and a half. And I'm just having a real hard time getting comps for it because there's nothing really in that area. Plus, there's a whole bunch of commercial stuff. So I don't even know what to even offer to.
You know what she wants?
She wants 350 for one of the houses, plus the other house she was looking for 450. So
2 houses on half an acre?
2 houses on 2 acres.
And the one she wants 350 for is a 7-bedroom?
Yeah.
I mean, just based on that, I'd say that it's probably pretty interesting. How old is the house?
It was built in 1991.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that that's probably pretty interesting. Why does she want 350?
That's just how much she came up with, and she wants to sell it and then put money down for a new place in Leander and take 70 grand and pay off debt.
And these are in Leander, is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of fucking weird, honestly, because it's like it says it's a Leander address, but it's like in Cedar Park, ETJ. So I don't believe there's a whole lot of zoning restrictions in that area, and everything round about it is all commercial.
You think we can call her live today?
I mean, we could, but why would we call her?
So, Andy, one thing that this call can be very valuable for is, and you gotta trust us and know that we'd never take a deal from you.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is, I can call her as I'm calling out of the blue,
Yep.
be a totally separate person, and I can ask questions. I can even throw out numbers that would then be very valuable for you to utilize. So that's one thing I really want to point out. Like, I mean, that's a tremendous, it's like a reconnaissance mission.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out numbers. I'm throwing out ideas. And now you got all this information and I could be the bad guy. So that's the value that that could bring.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to share the address. Again, I'm at a point where I just don't know what to do with this property at this point. So, yeah, I mean, we're happy to share our number and the address, and we can do it for sure.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So I have 2 to call. We can call Andy's right now if you want. If you want to put it in the chat and her number, and I'll call her and put on speaker.
Yep.
And Andy sent out like thousands of mailers, guys, and he's already getting responses, which is great.
Yeah, I've had it's not. I think if you get 1% return, then you're doing all right. So I sent 4,000 mailers out, and I've had 36 calls in the last couple of days. So not terrible.
Great.
Um.
All right. So Brenda, and that's one of the houses. Is that correct?
Yeah, so if you look at it on a map, it's like 2212 Downing is the big 7-bedroom house, but then next door is our mum's house. And it's on an acre and a half. It's a 3-2, looks like a double wide. I mean, it's just old, like it's got bully carpets and purple fucking walls and stuff, like, it's just old looking, but it's in good shape. And the 7 bedrooms, pretty rough.
Okay. And what has been the conversation so far?
Honestly, I just went to go meet her just to walk the property, just to build some rapport, honestly. She's got 11 kids. 8 of them are adopted. 3 of them are hers. She wants to stay in the Rouse High School area. Yeah, she says she just wants to relocate because they're building too much commercial round about her. And again, if you look on the map, you'll see just a bunch of commercial stuff.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get into it. You up for it?
Yeah.
Y'all hear the ring? Okay. No?
Oh.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 512721.
Sometimes I just try it twice.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5127219293 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Brenda, this is Matthew Teifke. I just wanted to touch base with you about your property that you have out there in Leander. If you can, please give me a call, 512-914-4806. 512-914-4806. Thank you, ma'am. All right, we'll see. I'll text her. I'll keep you updated on that, though.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge value that I hope that we can bring, is just to do this on deals that y'all are looking at.
Yeah, again, I'm in like the under $300,000 Section 8 area, and then when I get calls about land, and I'm like, I'm fucking no idea what to do with this.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things. So, like, I would ask her a lot of questions and try to find out why she might or might not list it. But then also, it's like, if she can give us time, like if we can go get 90 days, 120 days, then, that's a huge value as well. So like Alex said, you start to learn the market, and off the bat, like 2 acres for 750 or 700 is not like a crazy price.
Yep.
So that's like, all right, can we get some time? Can we find out the motivation? And we would say, hey, do you want to list it? And we'd kind of just go from there and find out the true motivation and just throw out solutions for her.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah. Hopefully she'll call back. What else? Let's get some deals done, guys. Who's got one? I got 2 that we can call. I'd love to call anyone's. Timberly, you got one?
Yeah, I have 2. So one of them is that duplex that I had pitched 2 weeks ago. I really just want to get more out of the story, because I tried to ask, like, why is the owner selling? It's not a good time to sell. And she just didn't seem like she was straight up with me on the phone. It just didn't really make sense. She kept saying that the owners put a lot of work into it and they're still going to make money off of it selling right now. But I don't know. So I want you to call that one to see what you get. I just texted her to see if it's still available today, because the last time I talked to her was like a few days ago. And she said that they just sent a counter offer if we have an offer to go ahead and send it. So I also kind of want you to call and be like, hey, I'm interested in it, so that she can tell you, and then maybe you can get a price out of her as well. Yeah. Then I have another one from like months ago that I thought was going to be a wholesale deal. And Eddie had actually helped me with the comps on this one. And it was that land in Marble Falls that we said that we were going to send over at 220. And then I sent it over at 200,000. And then she's like, oh no, like, no. And then she just emailed me like 10 minutes ago saying that the offer is like really motivated now. So I asked her if they'll end up taking the 200,000, but I'm curious if you could get her on the phone and see what she says.
Let's do it. Yeah. If you can, throw the names and address in the chat.
Okay. Let's see.
Anyone got any active deals?
Real quick, can everybody see this chat? It seems like it's calling it a meeting group chat, which is different than normal, but everybody can see everything in here? Okay, cool.
I was a little confused with the meeting group chat.
Yeah.
It looks like everything's there.
Yeah, the other option is just to message Alex or Matt directly, but otherwise they were meeting your chat. Everybody will see it.
Hey, I'm looking at a apartment complex in San Antonio on Thursday. If Robert, I'm sure you might want to join, but if anyone,
I'm down. What time?
Probably 10 or 11. I'm waiting to hear.
All right, let's do it.
Tell us the apartment, Matt. Like how many doors, all that.
Yeah, 56 units. They want 4.4. And I've kind of negotiated it already a little bit to where we could have 30-day due diligence, 30-day to close. And now the goal is to go look at as many units as I can.
Okay. Where in San Antonio?
It's like south of, probably like 2.5 miles south of downtown, just straight south. All right, here we go, Timberly. So we
Okay,
got,
this one I had offered at 120K and it's on the market right now for 139. And I think it was on the market at like 150 or 160 a while ago.
okay.
So they already came down, but I want it at 120.
And this is Agent Rose.
Yes, yeah, that's the agent for the duplex and clean.
All right, sweet. Good job, guys. Thanks for bringing some deals.
Hey, and go ahead and post your deals in the chat for the next one so we have them ready.
Tone, please record your message. When you finish.
Can I call you later? She said. All right. She texted me, can I call you later?
Okay. Let me put Sandy's stuff in here. Matt, this one is the one that I'm talking about in Marble Falls. This is the one that we had thought there was a mobile home on it, but then they ended up having that cleared out. So it's just land. It's actually 2 lots together for sale that's been cleared out.
Okay. Notes in here on the chat or not yet?
I'm doing it right now.
See people throwing a bunch in here. That's great.
We got cold calling master Paulie in here. He says he's going to run a mastermind for anybody who wants to learn how to cold call.
Let's do it.
Come on. Yeah, that'd be great if you guys want to give a poly on that.
Let's set up something officially. Maybe we set like a date or something. We do a Zoom call and then
Hi Sandy, this is Matthew Tyfke. I was calling about a listing that you had out in Marble Falls.
Okay,
Do you have a couple minutes to talk?
certainly. I'm just driving, so no problem.
Awesome. Well, can you kind of fill me in on just about the property and maybe what's important for you? I'd love to, introduce myself as well, but just trying to figure out how we can buy some good real estate all over Central Texas.
Okay, sure. This one is 3 separate lots totaling a little over 2 acres, and it's pretty much unrestricted. It did have 2 mobile homes on it that were recently removed, so the property's been all cleaned up. So it has electric in place, public water, and a functioning septic tank in place.
Okay.
And it's pretty good located as far as, it's really close to Schaefer Bend recreation area. There's a POA associated with the property. There's really no restrictions. I think it's $10 a year and you get lake access to Travis Lake as part of the POA.
Okay, great. And have you owned this for a long time?
I'm the listing agent for it.
Yeah.
And the owner inherited the property.
Got it. Okay. What is, if you don't mind, like we'd love to try to work a deal, but what's been the feedback? Have you had offers? Have you had people look at it? What are you kind of seeing out in the market?
Yeah, we originally listed it when it still had the mobile homes on it and they were in pretty rough shape. So we just recently had those removed and relisted the property, but sellers are pretty anxious to sell it.
Okay. What's got them anxious? Just curious.
Well, they inherited it, so they just been sitting on it. So they're they live out of state and just kind of want to, they don't have any plans of living here, so they just want to sell it.
Yeah. Well, obviously price is important. What else is most important for them for me to try to make it a good transaction?
I think mostly price.
Okay. And what do you think it's going to take?
Well, I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, I just want to find a win-win. We figure out like what can we do with the property, and we try to be very easy to work with. And so I'm just kind of curious.
There's actually, if you had a client or something that was interested in using it as commercial, it could be used as commercial property. There across the street, the folks have a small little RV park type setup, so it would be really good location for something like that.
Okay. What's your opinion on what do you think the true market value is here?
I don't think it's within my ethical area with my client to throw it. I mean, it's listed at 250.
Okay.
The comps support that price. There's probably a little wiggle room in the price there.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not trying to do anything unethical. I'm just, the market's changed so much, and especially with land. So just trying to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I think they would have a little wiggle room in that price.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to get a deal done with you. We like I said, we try to be easy. We've been buying real estate all over Central Texas for about 12 plus years now. And would also love to get to know you for the future for any deals you come across, any multifamily or commercial deals. We are very active.
Okay. Yeah, this one, I know it's hard to find unrestricted property that you can put a mobile home on. So this has the potential that somebody could come in there, put 3 or more mobile homes on there and sell them all separately. So
yeah. So what we're thinking is, maybe potentially, get some partners and put the mobile homes in there and just have them as long-term rentals.
Yeah.
The number that makes sense with the current debt market is pretty far below the 250. And that's where I'm just trying to figure out if we can, structure something where it's a win-win here.
How far below?
Well, with current rates, with what we see, within the land market, we're thinking like 190.
I know they have an offer kind of sitting on the table of 200.
They have offer at 200. What are they thinking on that one?
Well, I'm encouraging them, but so far I do so much. So
yeah, is it is it a strong offer as far as terms and everything?
Yeah, it was cash.
Yeah. So what if we did what if
they just send an offer and all?
Yeah. Well, I just don't want to, no point to send 190 if you already have 200 and you're sitting on it. Do you think we could pay a little bit more than 200 and we could get some time? Like we could get 45-day due diligence and a 30-day close?
I think they would probably do that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, you have my email. You have the MLS info on it, right?
Yes, and I work directly with Timberly.
Okay, yeah, I had emailed her earlier.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, I had emailed her because she sent an offer over for 200.
Yeah.
A while back. So I don't know if that was you or somebody else, but
that was for her client, but I'm looking at this for me and some partners potentially. So okay. Let's get this locked up. We'll do the 45-day due diligence, 45-day close, and go from there.
Okay. If you want to email it to me, I'll discuss it with them.
Okay. Can you go fight for me to get this done?
Can I what? I'm sorry.
Can you fight to get this done with me?
I'm sorry. I'm driving in my. What was that last part you said?
No problem. I was just saying, if I'd love to get this deal done with you.
Yeah, definitely.
You got anything coming soon? Any off market multifamily or commercial deals?
Not at the moment. No.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate your time.
Okay.
All
I
right.
have 5 acres in Burnett with a mobile home on it that you can do anything with. If you're interested in that one, I'll send you that.
Yeah, please send to Timberly if you don't mind.
Sure, I will. I'll be back at my computer in about a half hour and I'll send it to her.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Talk to you
Bye.
later. All right, Timberly, you got 45 days. Hey, it's like there's the price and then there's the timeline. The timeline is a big deal, right? 45 days to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
So funny.
do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I was curious. I had literally just messaged her back and said, like, okay. She was like, I think they're willing to drop the price. Like, are you still interested? And I said, yeah, we can get it done at $200K immediately. And then I was curious to see if she had any other offers, but that's the one that she was talking about was mine.
So it's all just kind of just getting out there and not having the fear and just seeing what you can do.
Yeah. This one won't be a big wholesale just because I think that like if I could get it like 180, it could be a good wholesale. But I'm thinking like 10, 15 on this one because when I ran the comps a couple months ago with Eddie, 220 was kind of like a good point to get it. But this 2 acres, I forgot it was 3 lots with 2 acres. They're all connected together, which is really good. And they already have like septic and stuff out there, which is nice. And that's an added value, in my books, at least for septic. Just because that's already out there and it costs a lot to get that put out there with digging and stuff like that. So what did you say? 210?
Yeah, 210, 45-day due diligence, 45-day close. And so now what
Could be
becomes
like a $10,000 wholesale, whatever. I just want to move it.
amen. And hey, like maybe you go talk to a bunch of mobile home companies and they put them out. Like there's so many creative ways to structure deals.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to figure out a way to put 3 mobile homes out there and then owner finance all 3 of them,
Yeah.
and get 20K down on each.
Yeah, this one's right next to, I think this one was on a private road down to the lake too, which I thought was cool. If somebody did want to acquire it and put some mobile homes out there or maybe like some RVs or something, to be able to rent it out for the lake. But
Hey, you're dancing. Yeah, let's lock it up.
Okie dokie.
All right. Going down the chat here, it looks like Andy had the next one with Bill over on Horizon Park.
Rose is calling me back. This is that duplex, Timberly.
Yeah.
Remind me what we want to get it at.
Shit. I think it was 120.
This is Rose Durham responding to an inquiry at 201 West Young.
Hey, yes, ma'am. How are you doing? This is Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for making some time.
Not a problem. So full disclosure, we sent a counter on an offer. So that hasn't come back yet. So.
All right. Well, I try to be easy to work with. How can I jump in and beat it?
It is. Are you looking for cash back?
I'm looking to get a deal done. That's it.
Okay, 139, and they're paying survey and they're paying title. They wanted cash back, so we went 149 so they could get 10 grand. That's where we stand.
Okay. What if we paid 160 and we owner finance it? We pay your commission up front.
You could do that if you're willing to put 95% down.
95%?
Right, that's what she said. So they'll owner finance with 95% down.
I think she meant 5% down.
Nope, 95.
95% down.
Right.
Who wouldn't owner finance with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the number when asked about owner finance I was given.
Yeah, but what if we pay a higher price? Have you asked her about that?
How much are you going to put down?
Depends on the price. I want to work a deal. I want to buy this where it will cash flow monthly.
Okay.
What do you think the total rent would be on this?
I know it's occupied.
Both sides?
Yeah. One side's 720 and the other side is 650. Every new roof, new flooring, new electric, new plumbing, new air conditioner on one side. The other side is windows. That's your value add, is putting in central heat and air. It already has wiring and a spot for it.
Okay. So 1370 total rent. We'll call it, 400 for taxes every year that comes out of that. If we can structure a deal where I can pay her $800 every single month, I could pay any price that she wants.
Yeah. I don't think that fits into her next investment project. Sadly,
Yeah, I understand. What is she trying to do? Just curious.
she's looking to get into commercial triple net properties.
Triple net properties. Does she have any in mind already?
I have. She's looking at them.
Yeah. The reason I ask is we find a bunch.
Yeah, I have a bunch.
You have a bunch?
I do have a bunch.
Can we buy them?
You absolutely can.
How do I look at them?
Are you familiar with Crexy?
Yeah. Oh, you just pull them from Crexy. You don't have the listings.
No, I have the listings.
Oh, sweet. How many do you have?
I have 3. I have 2 off market. One, we're putting a national tenant in ideally next month. So, yeah.
How do I buy all of them?
They're not going to owner finance.
I don't need owner finance. I was just curious.
All right. So 2 of them are a triple net. I think it's 9.14 cap. It's auto sales, auto repair.
Okay.
And it is listed at 1.3 million. And it brings it, oh my heavens, well, it's a 9.14 cap at 1.3 million. So I can send you the OM and you can take a look at the income and history.
That'd be great. Okay. And what else you got?
I've got a national client going into a space in downtown Killeen. They haven't signed, they haven't inked it yet. So they're looking at it and it fits all of their needs demographically and everything else.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
And then I have 2 other off-market properties that unless I can see your financials, I can't share it with you.
I'm happy to send them.
Okay.
Sweet. Well, let's get some deals done. I called the right person.
Yep. Let's make some things happen.
So it sounds like the Young Avenue, that's pretty much a done deal. I mean, you got full price.
Exactly. That's 100% correct.
So we'll shift to getting these other ones. Okay. I'll shoot you my email and I'm happy to send my financials. Let's see what we can do.
Okay. Talk soon.
All right.
Matt.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.
So the value, you just got to talk to people, right? And you do this all day, every day. You're just putting deals together, right? You're just constantly learning about off-market deals.
Yeah. Well, dang, I didn't think she was going to have one that high, but.
Yeah. I mean, so it sounds like I quickly shifted because it's like, hey, you got full price.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for bringing them. Anybody have any thoughts, ways that could have been better, opinions, questions?
I think April had a question in regards to finding a buyer on the first one, right, April?
Yeah, I think I was catching what she was saying at the end, but I guess my initial question was so your plan was to wholesale that, right, Timberly? And so you're just trying to get it under contract so you can turn around and resell it. But I guess my question around that is it sounds like, are they kind of struggling to sell it right now? Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yes, because they have it listed for 250.
Because they have it listed too high.
Yeah.
So your thought is if I can get it under contract and drop it below 250, it would move faster.
Yeah. Ideally,
Okay.
I wanted to get it at 200,000 just because I can make a little bit more of a wholesale fee and I think it can move faster, which I could still just drop down my wholesale price to try to make it move.
Okay. That makes sense. That's what I was curious about, was how, finding a buyer for it, but it's really about the price.
What did you guys say you were gonna buy it for?
210.
210. So then you get a commission and then maybe another 10 on top for the wholesale.
Yes, but it's important to mention, right? Keep all options open, right? So like she's got 45 days to figure. So maybe she finds a partner that puts up the capital that puts 3 mobile homes there. You know, so always exploring all of them.
Right. Yep. I just want to get a deal done. It doesn't really matter at this point if I don't want to go into it just doing wholesale like I initially was, but I do think it could be a good investment as well, just because it is close to the lake. And typically things rent out good close to the lake. So if I can find somebody to partner with on that wants to put either a mobile home or, RVs, or somebody just wants to rent out the spots for RVs out there, whatever.
Did you look at the comps yet? What it was? I missed that. Sorry.
I haven't looked at them recently, but the last time I had looked at them, I ran them with Eddie. He's an appraiser for land out there, and 220 was an okay spot, but we wanted to get it a little bit below that.
As far as value or purchase price strategy?
Value.
Good question. So the lady that I just talked to, Rose, says the car shop will owner finance. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
What was the lingo she called those deals at the end? She used a term I haven't heard of.
Did she call them triple net?
Yeah. What's triple net?
It just means that it's commercial and the tenants that are renting it pay for the taxes, insurance, common area maintenance. So you basically, very clearly know how much money you're making every single month because the tenant pays all the other stuff.
Gotcha.
Good questions.
All right. We want to move on to Andy's. He was next in the chat, and we're just going to work our way down.
Andy's original lady, Brenda.
Hello.
Hi, Brenda. This is Matthew.
Hi.
I was just calling about Downing Lane.
Uh-huh.
So did you have 2 acres over there total?
I have my house on an acre or half an acre.
Okay.
And then my mom's is 1.5 acres.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I try to be efficient. My name's Matthew. I'm here. I'm a real estate investor, and we're actively trying to buy properties. So I just wanted to see if you would consider selling, and if I could structure something where you felt good about it. And the more I understand about what's important for you, the more I can throw out options that you might be able to pick from that sound good to you if you're open to that.
I'm still at work right now. So if you wouldn't mind shooting me a text, what company are you with?
It's called TRE.
TRE.
Yes.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending me that information. Right now I'm at work, so I wouldn't be.
Okay. We can talk later.
Yeah, I can get back with you.
Okay. I'll shoot you my company. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye. All right. Well, we're working it. What else we got, Alex?
Andy has Mr. Bill Sager, 907 Horizon Park Boulevard.
Andy, talk to me, man. Can you give me some insight on this?
I just responded to one of my mailers. He's got 1.5 acres for sale. He was looking for 340 for it, but I was only seeing comps at 170, 220.
Okay, so he's just
on Zillow as well, I guess. There used to be a mobile home in it, so there is utilities there, but other than that, it's like a kind of weird looking half-acre easement, and then the acres at the back of the land.
How are you, sir? My name's Matthew. I'm a real estate investor here in the Austin area. You got a couple minutes? I was calling to see if you had some time to talk about a property you have on Horizon Park.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to introduce myself. We're actively trying to buy long-term properties that we hold on to. And really what I try to do is find out what I can from the owners on what's important. And I've just found that the more that I understand there, the more options I can throw out. So we do have a real estate company where we can list the property on the market, but really what I'm trying to do is acquire properties. Do you have time to tell me a little bit about maybe what's important for you, and I can throw out some ideas that you might find valuable?
I just, okay. The only thing that I just was trying to, it's just a piece of property, obviously it's not, there's nothing on it right now, which I assume that all this information you already have right now, correct?
I have the basic, the property info. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get rid of it. I'm not interested in anything else. So I'm not interested in anything other than selling the property outright.
Okay.
And then somebody texted me back, and I don't believe it's you, that they said that the numbers wouldn't work for them. So I assume you were not with that affiliation, or you were, I'm not sure.
I'm just looking at, personal investing here. I've looked at like some comps around the area, and we can close quick. The reason I say options is like we can pay cash and it's a different price. We get financing and have a timeline. It's a different price. Like we can structure things different ways.
Yeah, but like I said, my problem is it's a price, and that's what you're having a problem with. You're going to have a problem with that price.
Why do you say that?
Well, I didn't say you were, but that's what the problem that the person sent me the text back saying that the comps don't work for the property.
All right.
And so I'm assuming that's what you're going to, I would assume that you and I are going to understand that.
Maybe. Are you pricing it based on comps, or are you just kind of coming up with something?
No, it's based on what I paid for it.
Based on what you paid for it. Okay, that makes sense.
It has nothing to do with comps. It's based on what I paid for it.
Okay.
Okay. So that was my whole deal.
So what did you pay for it?
3.25.
Okay, and you bought that recently?
Yeah, a couple of years ago already.
Okay. What was your plan? Just curious. You're gonna.
At the time, I was gonna build on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then flip it, and things just didn't work out. So now I'm just trying to get rid of it.
What if we came in and build on it and flip it with you?
Well, what is your thought process here?
I'm trying to figure out a way for us, me to make money and you too.
Right.
And I'm hearing what your goal was, and it sounded like that got derailed. I'm also hearing that, it's priced based on what you want and not so much market comps. And so I'm trying to throw out a creative idea where we come in, we put up capital to, build something to make this a valuable property. Maybe we even keep it. And we've done all kinds of deals where you throw the land in as a joint venture structure, and you get equity into what we're building. So it's just a creative way that I see where we can have a win-win.
Well, where you obviously, I would assume you're based here in Austin, possibly.
Yeah, been here pretty much my whole life. Moved here when I was 3.
Okay, so who do you work with?
Yeah, I have my own company. It's called TRE, and we are real estate entrepreneurs. And our vision is to just be able to present people with options. And we believe that everybody can own real estate. We believe that people that have land, a lot of times they own it and they sell it, but that's not what they really bought the land for in the first place. And so just a structure of how can we grow together and have a long-term vision with real estate.
Well, I could go and look at the property with you, because that almost tells me a little bit more about you too, if you want to.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay. Because you really can't understand that property without looking at it, physically looking at it.
Let's do it.
Even though you can, I assume you can, because you can see it on the map or on how it's structured, the land.
Yeah.
Okay. And sure, if you want to go look at it with me, we could talk about something that way.
That sounds perfect. I'd love to do that.
Okay, you tell me what time would work for you.
Okay. Can I get back to you? Can I text you with a couple times? Is that okay? Or would you rather me call?
I'd rather you call.
Okay.
I'm not a texting kind of guy necessarily, and I'd rather you call me, and I'll put your name as associated with this, this number that you just called me from.
Okay. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, sir. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, and like I said, I've owned it for a couple of years, so I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah.
But looking forward, I'm approaching an age where I decided, you know what, I just don't want to mess with this as far as, but having said that, you know, I might be looking for somebody who would build on and want to do that, what you just talked about.
Beautiful. Do you have any other properties?
No, it's one on our own.
Okay. We'll reach out and let's structure something where we can have a win-win, and we'll go from there.
Like I said, going out, looking at it, and throwing that other than on the phone is more the way would like to approach it personally.
I agree completely.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
You think you have some time, and we'll take a jaunt out there, and you give me some ideas, and I'll throw you what my original ideas were, which you'll understand when I talk to you about it.
Love it. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Okay. All right, sir.
All right.
Talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
Come on, man. So did you notice he was very shut off at the beginning?
I think you made his day, man.
Dude.
Yeah, I couldn't get through to the guy at all. Like I spent, 15 minutes trying to talk to the guy, and he just was like, no, yes, no, like very shut off answers.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't understand my accent or what I was saying, and he was just like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, which is also.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll set it up, Andy, and you come out there with me, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
So that's my point of these calls, right? Like, I mean, I don't even have to do the deal. It's your deal. I'm just like, he wanted to meet, but like we can do these all day and just get a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
Matt, will you help me move this wholesale deal?
Of course.
Or whatever? Maybe a potential investment?
Always. Just writing some notes real quick.
Anybody called you back since?
I think everybody that we called has reached back out.
All right. Brian is next. We got a sub 2 deal. I guess, Brian, did you mention this to Matt yesterday? Tell Lexi to get Matt some water.
There.
Today.
What?
Sorry, did y'all say Brian?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Mountain View.
Oh, right, Mountain View. That was the one that I think Matthew had yesterday. You got that lead? I want to go look at it.
I sent you that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I was going to see what you thought about it as far as like comps on it. It had a garage conversion, so it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And with one of the comps I pulled up, it showed I think it was like 162, 164 square foot. So if it's like at 1,900 square feet, that was giving me 311, which I think is kind of high. So that's what the number I was coming up with as far as the ARV. My thought process that the wholesaler was wanting 15 grand on their fee. So to get into the deal, we need 11,000 reinstatement, $5,000 cash to seller, plus a $15,000 fee, which he said was negotiable. So we're at 128 is what the remaining balance is on the property. 128 plus the 11 plus the 5 plus the 15,000. So the property would be at 159,000. I own a house right down the street from this one that I have as a rental. That one's like almost 1,500 square feet. Just it appraised for 224 after the rehab.
What is it rent out for?
$1,895 a month.
Okay.
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I thought how in the inside of the property is has a bunch of trash in it. I was thinking maybe to get in and get out of this property would, I mean, you could definitely hold it if you want it. For my situation, I was thinking about maybe doing like a hotel it, like maybe buy it with the wholesaler, kind of what Matt has suggested in the past. Like buy it with them. That way we're not paying that fee. And then split the profit at the end. Just like clean it up, get all the trash out, maybe do a light painting, and then sell it on the market. But so that would be without the 15 grand. Where are we at?
You said it was 11 reinstatement.
11,000 reinstatement.
All right.
And then they want 5 grand.
I mean, the numbers are kind of tight on the monthly rental, but you want me to call Mac and see if he'll partner with us?
Yeah, I mean, give him a call. He said that he would call around 6, but you can call it right now and see if he answers.
All right, get it. Hey, Mac.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, crazy day, crazy Tuesday. Nothing new though.
I hear you. Hey, what do you think about buying a Mountain View place with us?
Which one are you talking?
In
I think you were calling the other Mac.
I called the wrong Mac. My bad.
I don't know where it is, but I might look at it.
Yeah, you want to buy some real estate together?
Maybe January's looking like it's going to be a 6-figure bonus, so that's kind of when I'm targeting to buy something. I'm still looking at all the weekly emails from what's her name? Blanking on her name.
Doreen? Kimberly. Oh, right on.
Yeah, I think you were trying to get there though.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
No worries.
Bye. Kimberly, your client's going to get a 100K bonus in January.
Wait, what? I missed that. What's going on?
I called the wrong person. I'm going to send you his number. I guess you might have sent him some deals in the past. He's like, I've been looking at some deals Timberly's been sending me, but I'm getting my bonus in January.
Who is it?
His name's Mac. I sent you his number. I called the wrong Mac.
Oh, wait, Mac Blakely?
Maybe my phone says Mac client.
Well, that's a buyer that I have, and he's waiting for the interest rates to go down. So maybe that's it.
Yeah, probably. Just check.
Okay.
Check. I text you the number.
Okay.
All right, let's call the real Mac.
2271.
April, can you put the number of that deal? The hummingbird? Hey, Mac, how's it going, man? Good, man. Just trying to figure out how we can work together.
Sorry.
You sent me and my partner that deal you have on Mountain View. We went and checked it out yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you think about buying that? We like it, man. The numbers are good, but the assignment fee makes it tricky. What do you think about throwing the deal in and we buying it as a partnership?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to that. I have a few people that I'm waiting on an answer from.
Can you say that again?
I have a few people that I'm waiting on an answer from.
Uh-huh.
And I'll have a better idea of how to move forward with that.
Okay, you do me a favor, and when you get everything you have before you sign anything, will you give me a call?
Yeah, sure.
All right, appreciate you, man.
And yeah, and I think I do have your.
I'll text you my name.
I don't see any. Okay, I do see it now. Chris on my team. Chris, right?
This is Matthew.
Okay. Is your partner Chris?
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, I just looked up the area code. Really, the other number had a 512 area code, and I thought it was yours.
You're good.
Okay, sounds good, man. Yeah, just shoot me your name.
Okay, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. Ryan, you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. We'll just see what he says, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get a shot to see, if we can, whatever else he's got.
Sounds good to me.
All right. April, you had a deal? Can you put the phone number in if you want me to call them?
Yeah, it's probably buried down at the bottom now, but yeah. I mean, I don't I don't even know. I have so many questions about this.
Okay. What would be a good outcome for the call for me calling for you?
Well, I think before a call, I want, because I just don't I'm still trying to figure out the process more than anything of if you find somebody that has, because this is a wholesaler who has the contract, right? So obviously she's trying to find an investor to buy it. So I want to understand better the process. If you are coming to a deal as a whole, from a wholesaler and they're looking for a cash buyer or someone that's going to give you hard money lending, what is the process? Like I'm not sitting on 219,000 cash, I go to a hard money lender. I would love some help understanding that process better.
The getting a loan and the hard money, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. If that's the only route to go, is that the only route to go?
No, but that process is pretty simple. I mean, it's 10-15% down payment.
Yeah.
And the 12% interest, interest only, 1 year term, and then you just figure out what the exact monthly payment is, and then at the end of the year, you got to have a very clear plan, because they'll start charging you all these fees to extend it. So you might refinance it or sell it or pay it off, but that time obviously goes by quick.
Right. So is that beneficial only if you're going to flip it? Not beneficial then if you're thinking about holding on to it? That was kind of my secondary question.
And it can be. I mean, you can historically, like in the last 5 years, it was good to refi. Now, refi doesn't make any sense. So
right, for sure.
With the times, right? But it's a quick way to get deals done. Flip it, and then you're selling something else. Buy it and you're selling something else. Then you just pay it off cash, but you're able to have a low down payment. So it's just a tool to utilize. To really, what you need to know is it's something to use to move quickly. Okay.
And then I guess my other question then is, then the with a wholesaler, the price is the price, right? Like she's selling it for 219, she has it under contract for whatever, she's got her fee built in or their fee built in, and then that's the price. Is it worth then you call and then try to negotiate, or is there, when you're dealing with a wholesaler, there's not negotiation?
There's always negotiation.
Yeah.
You know that.
Well, I'm learning that by listening to you.
Well, you want me to call her?
You can, but I don't know what I'm trying to get. I don't know if I'm clear on my outcome yet on what I want. It was more of just trying to understand. I mean, I'm just over here from just being so new and trying to learn it. I'm just trying to make calls and finding properties and seeing what comes up, and then just come here and ask all my questions because, yeah. So then let me just ask one more question then is, what do you guys recommend around even finding a hard money lender? Is there someone in the community that you use, or
yeah, there's two.
How would y'all direct me if I decided I wanted to go that route?
William, take the floor.
Yeah, April, we could certainly help you out if you ended up choosing to move forward with it. Was that the one that you said was with New Western specifically? The one that you dropped in the chat?
Yes, which I had asked Robert when I met with him. He gave me the quick lowdown about New Western, so I proceeded with caution. But she's been sending me some stuff, so I'm looking at it, everything that she sends me.
Yeah. So I mean, typically New Western has their deals marked up 20 to 30%. So there's always room for negotiation.
That's what I was wondering.
We're actually like one of the preferred lenders through New Western. So my company's already set up with them for any actions that they do. It's a very simple process. If you end up buying it through them, we're like one of the 3 lenders that they typically recommend for financing anyways. But always try to negotiate because they're typically marking those up pretty hefty.
Okay, awesome. Who is sharing with me right now? Who's speaking? I can't see.
That's William Guyette.
William, thank you. Will you send me your info just so I can have any follow-up questions with you? That'd be super helpful.
Of course. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. I dropped it in the Facebook group the other day, but I'll drop it in the chat here too.
Awesome.
Anyone,
Thank you.
if you ever have questions about hard money or, buying off market, buying from other wholesalers, feel free to reach out. Use me as a resource.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, considering it's New Western, probably won't be the best people because
she doesn't have any room to make those decisions. I get that.
Right. That's the challenge. It's like, she's going to talk to someone else. There's acquisition, so. Well, I'm sure, it's kind of getting a little late. What I do want to throw out there, guys, is that we can do this as much as y'all want. It doesn't have to be on these. If you bring them here, this is good. But if y'all are active on the Facebook group and you post these things, I'll do them with you throughout the day. So there's probably 5 or 6 more that we can do tomorrow with you guys if you want. What do y'all like this? Do you have any thoughts? Any opinions? I feel like this is great. There's a tremendous amount of value if we bring these deals, but what do you guys think?
I think it's fantastic. It's just so exciting to hear. There's so many different types of deals, like finding out what the net 3 is or whatever that was about, the commercial stuff, and just everybody's doing so many different things. It's brilliant. And then the ideas that come out, like, well, maybe I could partner with you and develop, whatever. So it's so expansive and wonderful. And also my realtor, she just texted and say, hey, call me now if you can. So, but regardless of that, this is just so interesting and educational. And good. It just reminded me of all these deals. I could have some, looking them up and send your way.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah. And one thing I want to point out, like, you guys see how I'm just jumping in and calling? Yeah. Like, I'm not even really trying to get too much info. You don't really need it. So don't get focused on being, paralyzed by just looking at these, like, just do the calls and do them here, right? Or I'll do them for you. But you just see almost every call we've done has gone pretty well. Mm-hmm. That's the whole vision, is we have the ability to adapt, and we might build on it. We might wholesale it. We might buy it. We might partner, where most people just have one strategy. So the more you understand the method here, then you could just accomplish whatever you want. It's just how many calls are you going to make? Mm-hmm. Because you have the solutions with us and with the other people on this call.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Love it. Yeah. Alex, I got to get rolling. I don't know if you want to stay, but we'll save the ones that we didn't call, put it on the group, and we'll finish this out how we typically do. We're going to go with wisdom with Rick.
We're not gonna end it just yet, but I'll end it with Rick.
Okay, cool.
But you're good. I got it, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, appreciate you guys.
All right. Yeah, I'm curious everybody's feedback. Did y'all like this a little bit more structured, where today we're just kind of focused on calling opportunities? I saw a lot of thumbs up. Well, good. That's the idea here, is that we're all focused on just doing more deals and getting more, taking more action. And again, this helps you guys get your deals done, but also for everybody who's watching, who's not bringing a deal, you're learning a lot just by observing how these deals are done, what to say, how to work them. Everybody, make sure to who want to participate on the pitch. I do want to hear from for everybody here who didn't join the pitch a couple weeks ago. Timberly, Robert, David, if you're in here, Linnell. I thought the pitch was a great first go, and I'm excited for this one as well. But do y'all mind kind of sharing how the pitch went so that we can get more participation there? It only works if y'all show up and pitch deals.
Yeah, I knew I was missing a few details whenever I went in, but I just went for it because that's what's going to make any of us better is just, get the details that you can and what's required. And then I just pitched it. And of course, there were some questions that I hadn't thought through, or maybe some math that I didn't go through. And so that was great feedback to hear from potential investors, of what they would want more from me to be able to present the deal better. So that was great for me.
Good. You gonna show up this Thursday?
Yes, and we're trying to get a multifamily.
Good. And does anybody have questions on what type of deals to bring to the pitch to submit or to pitch to the community?
Yeah, can you give examples? Mine was kind of clunky and I still haven't worked it out because I got geographically interrupted. So, but I'd love to hear what in the normal world is going on.
So like Timberly submitted one. Let me share my screen and show you guys. It's easy to follow the blueprint here with the submitted deal where you submit it, because a lot of these questions that you might have on, what type of information should I bring are here on the landing page where you actually submit the deal. So here on the landing page where you submit the deal, if you have it under contract, great. If you don't have it under contract, no worries. If you don't have a contract, you don't have to attach one here. Just attach, a screenshot of the picture of it. Attach, the MLS listing if there is one. I think you have to attach a file, so just attach anything if you don't have anything. But you put your first name, your last name, your email, your phone number, the address of the property, how the deal was sourced, what the seller's motivation is, how you or the people you're pitching it to are going to be able to make a profit. If you're coming to pitch a deal to seek, let's say, I got this property under contract, I need 50 grand to close, so I'm looking for a partner to come in and bring the 50 grand so that we can buy this deal together. What are you offering to that person who's going to come in and bring the 50 grand? What are you offering to your partner? What are you offering to your investors? What the asking price of the property is, basically what you're looking to buy it at, not necessarily the asking price of what it's listed at. The after repair value. So after you do work to it or after you stabilize the rents, what is it going to be worth? How much are you estimating is going to be needed for repairs? And then the story, this person has owned it for 10 years. They're looking to sell it, or they've got a loan maturing, so they have to sell it in X amount of time, or they're in pre-foreclosure, so they have to sell this property or they're going to get foreclosed on. What is the story of the deal? Is it under contract? Yes or no? Then you submit it and we've got it, and we'll be able to pull it up, share the screen, and have it up there while you're presenting it. But like David presented a deal, it was a property in Lampasas. Seller wanted 75 grand. He ended up getting it under contract at 70, and currently he's trying to wholesale it. Linnell, I don't know if she's in here or not, but she pitched 2 potential flip opportunities, or maybe 1 or 2 that would be buy and holds in San Antonio. Timberly, what did you pitch? Did you pitch the duplex? Yeah, Timberly pitched the duplex. And so it doesn't have to be a deal that you have under contract, or you could be looking for a buyer on it. You could be looking for someone to come in and buy it with you and help you oversee the rehab. It's you presenting an opportunity to the community, asking for some sort of value, whether it is a buyer, a capital investor, someone to help sign on the loan, someone to partner with you and oversee the construction of a rehab, etc. Make sense? But submit the deals, because we're not going to be able to go through, like if 17 people submit a deal, we're not going to be able to go through 17 pitches. So depending on, who submits it when, or, what the highest priority is based on y'all's feedback, we're only going to be able to go through, like 3, 4, maybe 5 within an hour and a half or so, because it's going to be 20 plus minutes discussing the deal, talking it through with the pitch, asking questions. But the purpose of it is to have y'all start presenting deals to each other to get more deals done. And if you don't have a deal, that's okay. Show up. Maybe you're an investor in the deal. Maybe you partner with somebody in the deal. Maybe you just sit back, observe, and learn how deals are presented and pitched. That way, when you do have one, you'll have a better understanding of how to do it effectively.
And I was thinking to Timberly's point about not having either all the data lined up or quite knowing what, having all the ducks in a row. One of them, the question is, how can we profit? How could that person partner with you? I don't have enough creative ideas yet to know. Like, I figured there's a way possibly, and so that's what I think I would be, looking for also is ideas from people. Say, hey, well, I could partner you for if we did this, that, just grow the idea.
Yeah, that's good. But try and have some sort of idea, right? Like if you're gonna pitch something to somebody, you should have some sort of idea of how they should be able to make money on it. Or if you don't know if the deal is profitable at all in general, then maybe you should do some more research and to see if it's a profitable deal prior to pitching it. But the pitch probably won't go well. Just in general, if you're pitching a deal to an investor and you tell the investors, yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to make profit on this. I don't know if you'll get many investors in your deal. So
I feel like I'm always drunk.
do as much due diligence as you can and really think this through. Don't just come with an address of, hey, this is a cool address I found on Google. Have thought through the deal and what you're pitching to investors. All right, let's end it with some wisdom from Rick Stein. Rick, what do you got for us today?
I was listening to just Matt talk, and I've been doing this 30 some odd years. I bought a lot of property, sold a lot of property, and I still learn something because you pick up. I really liked the way casual he was. Hey, just trying to figure out if we could do something together, and don't be afraid. Here's my wisdom for Rick today. Don't really get too caught up with the results, because if you say, I got to get in the door, I got to make this deal, the seller will pick up on your tension. And the more resistance, I don't want to get too philosophical, but the more resistance, the more stress you have, the more resistance you're putting out there. And the universe does not work well with resistance. So the more casual you are, hey man, we're just trying to see if we can do something together. I'd love to get some information. Maybe we can come out, maybe we have a cup of coffee. Then you're more likely to get a result. And the last thing is this: fear is a liar. There's other acronyms: false evidence appearing real, but fear is a liar. Every time, when I was managing an office in Jersey for 13 years, I had 60 agents. I used to tell them, don't awfulize. Awfulize, the root of the word is awful. I'm afraid to call this FSBO. I'm afraid to call this expired, because they're going to probably imply that my parents were not married when they conceived me. And think about that for a minute. And but it doesn't work out that way, And look at it this way: if you made 10 calls and 10 people tell you to drop dead, that won't happen. But at least you made the calls. So did you have a good day? You had a great day because you weren't you had a great day. The more afraid you were. You picked up the phone anyway. You made the call. You win. Congratulations. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Thanks, Rick. That's true. More wisdom from Rick. Timberly, you write it down?
I'll write a book.
Please do. Send us all a copy.
All right, buddy.
All right, everybody. We will see you.
Unfortunately, I didn't write it all down. I'm trying to get this contract going.
Go ahead. Thank you, Rick.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, everybody, today. And we'll see you Thursday at noon. Remember, if you don't have the links and everything, email info@TRE Home. So I want to make sure that y'all get these added to your calendar and you